We got Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the betting odds for this fight, and I'm also going to be showing you guys how to place a bet on this fight. So as you can see over here, Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz, and I'm going to quickly show you guys how I got here. So the sports book that I'm using is Bovada. We'll go to the home page. I'm going to put a link in the description. If you want to join using my link, you'll be able to earn the top bonus available. So what you're going to do after you register, which takes just a few minutes, is you're going to go to UFC MMA, and I have tons of videos on my channel showing you how to do so in case you need any help. And we're going to scroll down, look at Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz, and let's take a look at the odds. So Robbie Lawler is a minus 155. Nick Diaz is a plus 130. So what do these odds mean? So if you're new to sports betting, this means that Robbie Lawler is actually the favorite because he's a minus 155. And Nick Diaz is a slight underdog in this fight. So these odds can change leading up to the fight, but those are the odds as of now on Bovada. So let me give you guys an example of how much money you can make by placing a bet on this fight, and then we'll also take a look at the prop bets over here. So I'll show you guys the different ways you can bet, and you're gonna want to check this out because I'm also gonna show you guys how you can make 10, 20, 30, 40, or even 50 times your money, okay? So if you take Robbie Lawler, you risk 100, you're going to win $64.52. So that same 100 that you're going to win $65 on, if you put it on Nick Diaz, you're winning 130. So you're making double the amount, right? 65 versus 130 if Nick Diaz wins. Now that's for 100, right? So it's going to be double for regardless of what amount you bet, right? If the odds stay the same. So let's say you want to bet $1,000, you're going to make $1,300. 10,000, you're gonna make $13,000, right? So let's take a look at the prop bets. Actually, they're already down here. You can see them in specials. So over here, so if you actually want to pick a bout special, like a particular way of victory, you can make a lot more money. So let's say you think Nick Diaz to win in first minute of round one. That's a plus 5,000. So that means that same 100 you bet, you're going to make 5,000. That's 50 times your money, right? So the odds of that happening are obviously lower, right? That's why the payout is so great. So either fighter to win in round 3 or 4, it doesn't matter who wins, either fighter, plus 500. Your same 100, you're going to win 5 times, okay? $500. And yeah, your 100 you get back, okay? That's your money. So you would have a total of $600. I always get that question. So Nick Diaz to win in first 30 seconds of round 1, that's a plus 8,000. You would make 80 times your money. Robbie Lawler to win by submission in round 4 or round 5, you make 25 times your money. I know it sounds crazy. So your 100 would turn into $12,500. So let's take a look at some of the other bets over here. Let's take a look at some of the more realistic ones, okay? So these are some lottos you may want to take, right? And then you might want to pick some bets that are more likely to happen. So on the lottos, I usually put a little bit less. On these other ones, I'll bet a little bit more. So like if Nick Diaz, I think, is going to win, and I think he wins inside the distance, that's a plus 350, right? So that'd be a bet that I'd maybe want to take. So 100, which you bet 100, you win 350 if Nick Diaz pretty much stops him, right? So it doesn't go the distance. Nick Diaz by submission, plus 500. So you can take a look at all these different ones, right? You could predict the round. So let's say you think Diaz is going to win. What round is he going to win in? If you predict the round, you can look at the odds over here. You can make 12, 14, 18, 22, 25 times your money, right? So there's all this stuff over here, okay? You don't even have to pick a winner. You could just pick a round. Is the fight going the distance? You don't even have to pick who wins. Does it go the distance or does it not? So that's pretty cool right there. So let me show you guys one other thing, okay? So I have a detailed video on this, but what another thing you could do is it's called a parlay, right? Where you combine bets. So it's when you bet on multiple fights, you combine them, and if you hit on all of them, you win. You get a really big payout depending on the odds, right? So let's take Nick Diaz. And I'm not going to pick this one, okay, because it's going to really throw things off. If I pick Lauren Murphy because it's so lopsided, you're going to make like 100, 200 times your money in the parlay. So let's take Jarizio Rosenstruck, or should I take Curtis Blades? I'll take him, okay. We'll take Volkanovski. I think he's going to retain the title. I'll take Dan Hooker up here. So let's pick one more fight, one more random one. We'll just go with this right here. So let's say you bet $100. This is a plus 6307. Your 100 gives you a $6,307 return. And these are like pretty, like, you know, they're like decent picks, right? Pretty reasonable. I didn't pick anybody like, you know, out of the you know, like an outlier. See, like if I threw in like Lauren Murphy, which is like a very low chance, watch what happens. 60,770. You're plus 60,770. So that 100 would turn into $60,770. So that's why I didn't throw that in, because the likelihood of this happening is very, very low. So you can also do parlays like I just showed you. It's going to say place bet over here. It says log in to place bet. I already have an account. If you're interested in joining Bovada, the link will be in the description. Also, let me know in the comment section who's going to win. Do you have Nick Diaz winning, or do you have Robbie Lawler winning?